6 handhelds, 6 very different prices. And here's what most buying guides are missing right now. The Steam Deck OLED just got a 43% price hike 5 days ago, and most reviewers are still quoting numbers that no longer exist. I have the real, confirmed prices for every single device on this list. And here is the fact that should actually stop you. The number one pick is the fastest selling gaming console in US tracked history, and it does 4K gaming for under $450. I will also hand you a secret buying tip at the end that matches you to the right device in under 30 seconds, whether you shop online or prefer walking into a store. Product links are in the description. Starting at number 6. Number 6, Retroid Pocket 6. If your gaming world is built around retro titles, NES through PS2 and GameCube, this is the most capable device ever sold at this price point. Retroid packed the same Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip that was inside flagship Android phones 2 years ago into a $249 handheld. That chip pairs with a 5.5-inch AMOLED display at 1080p and 120 Hz, 8 GB of LPDDR5X RAM, 128 GB of UFS 3.1 storage, a 6,000 mAh battery, Wi-Fi 7, and Hall effect sticks built to resist drift. Handheld Games, a dedicated handheld review outlet, confirmed in their 2026 benchmark, PS2 and GameCube titles run without compromise. Battery life under those demanding loads hits 5+ hours consistently. Active cooling manages thermals quietly. Android 13 provides full customization, and Retroid's front-end software keeps retro library navigation clean. The clear limitation: no Steam, no Xbox Game Pass, no native PC games. This is an Android and retro gaming device. As of March 2026, Retroid discontinued the 12GB version. The $249 8GB model is the only option left. For shoppers who prefer physical retail, this is online only through Retroid's website and Amazon. It is not stocked at Target, Walmart, Best Buy, or GameStop. Best for anyone wanting to play the full retro gaming catalog, NES through GameCube, and a pocketable device for $249. Number 5, MSI Claw 8 AI+. Intel's Lunar Lake platform powers this one, specifically the Core Ultra 7 258V processor. Screen, 8-inch IPS, 1920-1200, 120 Hz. Battery, 80 watts. Storage, 1TB NEM2 SSD, up to 32GB of RAM. XDA developers tested this extensively and confirmed it is a major leap over every previous MSI Claw model, with the Lunar Lake chip's efficiency standing out for handheld gaming loads. Vice ran Cyberpunk 2077 on the Claw 8 AI+, and reported 30 to 40 frames per second on medium settings with ray tracing active. 3D Mark Firestrike scored 7400, among the highest figures recorded on a consumer handheld at time of review. The 8-inch screen is the largest on this list. Realms of Chirac's extended hands-on testing specifically named the Claw 8 AI Plus's built-in speakers the best audio on any current handheld gaming device. If audio matters during gaming sessions, this is the only device here that seriously delivers on it. The friction, $899 to $990 is steep, and Windows 11 remains an imperfect handheld OS. MSI's AI profile optimization was widely criticized by reviewers. Experienced users disable it entirely. Worth knowing before you buy, MSI has announced the Claw 8 EX AI+, a next-generation follow-up with Intel Arc G3 Extreme, priced up to $500. That announcement alone is already putting downward pressure on the current Claw 8 AI Plus's pricing. Check current prices before ordering. Discounts on this model are in motion and worth watching. Best for a Windows Power user who wants the biggest screen on this list and the best built-in audio, and who is comfortable with PC settings. Number 4, Lenovo Legion Go S, 2 versions, one critical choice between them. The Windows version launched at $729.99. As of late May 2026, 925 Toys confirmed it hit an all-time low of $549.99 at Woot. Specs: AMD Ryzen Z2 Go, 16GB RAM, 512GB SSD, 8-inch IPS display at 1920x1200, and 120 Hz, 500 nits brightness, 100% sRGB. Battery, 55.5 mAh. The SteamOS version is $829 with the AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme, a genuine performance tier above the Z2 Go. Tom's Hardware tested both head-to-head and called the SteamOS model a performance powerhouse, stating directly that SteamOS is superior to Windows 11 for PC gaming handhelds, with better battery life and a cleaner interface. In actual gaming benchmarks, the Z1 Extreme pulls clearly ahead of the Z2 Go. Consistent reviewer concerns: no carrying case at any price point. Multiple publications flagged this. The trackpad was called finicky by Tom's Hardware. Ergonomics are solid, but sit below the ROG Ally X. The value case for the Windows version is entirely its current price. At $549, nothing else on this list comes close on screen size and specs for that number. SteamOS version is the better gaming machine if the budget allows. For shoppers who prefer physical retail, Best Buy lists it, but in-store stock varies. Call ahead. Best for a gamer who wants a large 8-inch screen on SteamOS for top performance, or the deeply discounted Windows version for budget value. Number 3. Asus ROG Ally X. This is where PC gaming handheld performance reaches a different tier. Specs: AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme, 24GB LPDDR5X, 7500 RAM, 1TB NVMe M.2 2280, SSD, 80 WH battery, 7-inch IPS at 1080p and 120 Hz, USB 4, Wi-Fi 6E. TechNerdo's 2026 review concluded, the Ryzen Z1 Extreme, 24GB RAM, and 80 watt battery make this the most powerful portable gaming package at the $799 price point. The M.2 22CD slot is a real practical advantage. You can replace the SSD yourself with standard parts easily available anywhere. TechPowerUp confirmed this in their hardware teardown. Tom's Hardware measured the panel at 515 nits brightness. The limitation reviewers consistently name Windows 11 is still Windows 11. TechNerdo's extended testing specifically called it an awkward partner for handheld gaming, with update interruptions and launcher fragmentation as persistent daily use friction. Battery life is better than the original Ally, but falls behind the Steam Deck on SteamOS. For 2026 buyers, there is an upgrade path worth knowing. Asus and Microsoft also offer the ROG Xbox Ally X at $999.99, featuring the AMD Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme chip, 24GB LPDDR5X RAM, and a full-screen Xbox interface that actually makes Windows feel like a handheld console OS. Both Tom's Guide and Tom's Hardware named it the best PC gaming handheld available right now. That $200 difference directly solves the software friction that is the original Ally X's biggest weakness. $799 ROG Ally X, the performance value play. $999 ROG Xbox. Ally X, the complete package. Best for a PC gamer who wants maximum power and a user upgradable storage slot under $800. Number 2. Valve Steam Deck OLED. This is the 43% price hike I mentioned at the start. Here are the real numbers. On May 27, 2026, Valve officially raised Steam Deck OLED prices across the US. The 512GB model moved from $549 to $789. The 1TB model moved from $649 to $949. Confirmed by Tom's Hardware, video cards, and Valve's own store page. Valve's official statement, rising memory and storage costs. These are the accurate, live prices right now, not the numbers most videos are still showing you. What $789 gets you: a 7.4-inch HDR OLED panel with 1000 nits peak brightness and true blacks, 90 Hz, 16GB LPDDR unified memory, AMD Zen 2 with RDNA 2, SteamOS, the cleanest, most battery-efficient handheld gaming OS on the market, access to over 50,000 Steam titles with Proton compatibility running most Windows-only games natively without manual setup. Tom's Hardware measured the OLED panel at 597.2 nits real-world brightness, directly outperforming the ROG Ally X at 515.8 nits. The Steam Deck's display remains the finest screen on this entire list. The changed value math: the 1TB Steam Deck at $949 is now just $50 below the ROG Xbox Ally X at $999, which has a faster chip, sharper display, and better designed software. That gap has nearly disappeared. If the new pricing is a sticking point, Valve sells refurbished Steam Deck OLED units from $629 directly through their store. Best Buy carries it in select stores. Call ahead to confirm stock. Best for the buyer who wants the finest handheld display, the most refined gaming OS, and 50,000 games, and can work with the current pricing. Number 1. Nintendo Switch. Here is the secret buying tip. If you are still confused by this list, answer one question. Do you want to play games built for a Windows PC, or games designed from the ground up for a handheld console? If the answer is the second one, stop right here. The Nintendo Switch 2 is your device, and buy before September 1st, 2026. Nintendo confirmed this on their official website. The Switch 2 price rises from $449.99 to $499.99 on September 1st, citing various changes in market conditions. That is a confirmed $50 savings window open right now. Hardware: custom NVIDIA Tegra T239 processor with DLSS support, 12GB LPDDR5X RAM, 256GB UFS 3.1 storage, expandable via microSD Express up to 2TB, Handheld display, 7.9 inches, 1080p, up to 120 Hz with HDR10 and VRR. Docked 4K at 60 Hz via HDMI using DLSS upscaling. That is real 4K gaming on a $449 device. The sales numbers come straight from Nintendo's official financial disclosures. 3.5 million Switch 2 units sold globally in the first 4 days after launch, the fastest selling Nintendo hardware in the company's history. By March 31st, 2026, 1986 million units worldwide. Industry research confirms it as the fastest selling console in US tracked history, running 35% ahead of the PS4's launch pace. Mario Kart World sold 14.7 million copies in the same period. Nintendo's president confirmed additional unannounced 2026 titles are in the pipeline at the May 2026 investor meeting. Backward compatibility covers most original Switch 1 titles, with free enhanced upgrades available for many of them. The honest limitations: LCD screen, black levels will not match the Steam Deck's OLED. First-party games run $70 to $80, with some 2026 launches at $80. Closed ecosystem, no Steam, no Xbox Game Pass, no third-party PC storefronts. For shoppers over 60 who prefer physical retail, Target, Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, and Costco all carry the Switch 2 nationally. Physical game cards are on shelves. No account creation is required to use physical games. Setup takes under 5 minutes. The most accessible device on this list, bar none. Best for families, casual gamers, and anyone who wants a massive exclusive Nintendo library, real 4K docked gaming, and the simplest possible setup in 2026. Quick decision guide. Under $250 for retro gaming, Retroid Pocket 6. Windows gaming on the largest screen with the best audio, MSI Claw 8 AI+. Best SteamOS performance under $900. Lenovo Legion Go S SteamOS version. Maximum PC power with a user upgradable SSD. Asus ROG Ally X. Best OLED screen plus 50,000 games. Steam Deck OLED. And for Nintendo exclusives, 4K docked gaming, in-store availability everywhere, and a price rising. September 1st, Nintendo Switch 2 is number 1. If this helped you decide, hit subscribe and drop a comment on which device you're going with. I'll see you in the next one.